Nobody expected this moment to go viral. Fans thought the Stranger Things finale was just, a massive television event, until the cast publicly threatened to pull up the receipts. Welcome to Starscope. Join Jordan and Jamie as they uncover celebrity scandals, Hollywood controversies, influencer drama, viral internet chaos, and the stories hiding behind the spotlight. So today we are taking a deep dive into the new Netflix documentary, One Last Adventure, to basically expose the actual chaos behind the scenes of Stranger Things 5.
Yeah, and our mission today is really to unpack the mechanics of that chaos. I mean, we're looking at unanswered texts, totally scriptless productions, and basically how the sheer weight of franchise expectations can just derail everything.
Right. And we really had to start with that crazy friction at the Emmys FYZ event.
Yeah.
So Noah Schnapp and Jamie Campbell literally called out the creators, Matt and Ross Duffer, for just ghosting them.
Oh, absolutely. Noah, who obviously plays Will Byers, was actively pitching ideas for Will's coming out storyline, but he was getting zero response.
Zero.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. And then Ross Duffer actually gets on stage and tries to claim the text didn't go unanswered.
Which completely backfired, right? Because Noah's viral response was literally, I can pull up the receipts.
Oh my gosh, yes. And David Harbour jumping in, telling them to leave the reader's seat on. It was just hilarious. But, looking at this is this actual Hollywood beef, or is it just the growing pains of, child stars demanding creative agency as they become adults?
I really lean toward the latter. I mean, Noah started taking direction when he was, 11? Now he deeply understands his character.
Right, exactly. He knows Will better than anyone.
And the Duffers did eventually incorporate his ideas. They kind of had to, honestly, to avoid a massive fan riot. But the bigger question is, why were they ghosting their leads to begin with?
Well, ignored texts were actually the least of the Duffers' problems. Wait until you hear what happened with the actual script. Seriously, subscribe for more Hollywood chaos, because this gets wild.
Yeah, they weren't ignoring texts out of malice. They were just totally drowning. The documentary reveals that production for the massive series finale started without a finished script.
Wait, are you serious? Starting production without a finale script is like building an airplane while you are already in freefall.
It is insane, especially on a huge VFX-heavy show like this. The bottleneck was episode 8, the right side up. The writers were basically paralyzed by this thing they called demo fatigue.
Demo fatigue.
Yeah.
Like just being tired of the Demogorgons.
Exactly. They had relied on the Demogorgon and its variants so much that they just couldn't figure out how to make the monsters in the abyss actually terrifying anymore.
Wow. So that narrative roadblock just caused a massive cascading failure for the whole crew then.
Oh, completely. The crew had to build these massive practical sets like the downtown Hawkins MSCZ backlot, totally blind. They had no idea what the climax of the story even was.
And that chaotic energy just bled straight into the actors' demands on set. When the crew doesn't know what's happening, you have actors showing up totally flying blind.
Right, which is why Finn Wolfhard was literally begging the creators for a real weapon to use in the abyss.
And what did they give him? A flare gun.
Yeah, a flare gun. Because the script was in such flux, the cast ended up just laughing about it at the table read.
I mean, you have to laugh, right?
Right.
But despite all that logistical nightmare, Gaten Matarazzo did praise the Duffers for keeping the younger cast incredibly safe. It wasn't really a toxic set, just a structurally overwhelmed one.
Exactly. But now the Duffers are pivoting to a new show, The Burrows. And critics are already saying it suffers from the exact same sci-fi bunkum that dragged down the end of Stranger Things.
So are creators like the Duffers just trapped by their own massive success? You build a universe so complex that the mythology overshadows the actual character-driven story.
Yeah, when the mythology gets bigger than your ability to manage it, the art totally suffers. The machine requires constant escalation, but, human creativity just does not scale on a corporate timeline.
Which leaves you with a final thought to mull over. If the creators of the biggest streaming show in the world are too overwhelmed to finalize a script or, even text their lead actors back, what does that say about the unsustainable reality of the binge-watch content you consume every day?
Right, can mega franchises ever actually stick the landing, or are they just designed to collapse under their own weight?
You've been listening to Starscope, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, celebrity culture, and the internet's biggest viral moments. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to subscribe for more entertainment stories that keep the stars shining.